Wanted to do a little walk around of my 529 HT. It's a Motobecane bike, and this is the TSDZ2B. It is it has open source firmware on it. I've been running this for about a year on this bike, and it is one of my more fun bikes. I've actually ridden it more than anything else over the last year, and it's been very solid, reliable. I did take it apart, grease it, and tightened up some of the motor screws, connection points when I was in there, and it's fairly quiet. I wouldn't say it's as quiet as my TSDZ8, but it's not bad. And just kind of talking as I walk around here. Of course, 52 volt battery. That one's a 12.5 amp hour. And this bike comes with a XCM 30 Suntour spring fork, and it actually had 29er tires on it when I got it, and I put the 700C Schwalbe Marathon Plus Tour tires on it, and I absolutely love them. It transformed the bike. It's a lot more comfortable to ride, especially on the paved trails that I like to ride, and it's got enough tread to do dirt roads and grass paths as well. Been a very, very good bike. Wasn't real expensive to purchase, and this one's an 8-speed, and no gear shift sensor needed for this setup. It's not super powerful, so it really doesn't put too much strain on the drivetrain when you shift, but it's got plenty of power for 95% of what I do, I would say. And I was able to put the extra brace in on this one, like in front of the kickstand spot there. Just makes it a little more sturdy. I'm not sure if it's really needed if you can get the nut tight enough on there, or even Loctite the nut. And I guess that's about it on this one, but loving this bike. And like I said, had it about a year, and it's got just under 800 miles on it, so no real issues. They are serviceable for, you know, somebody at home that can do it themselves, and the parts are plentiful for these ones. A lot of places, a lot of vendors have the parts, and these motors are super plentiful. Amazon, eBay, AliExpress, Alibaba, there's a ton of sellers out there. So might be a good option if you're a little leery of the TSDZ8 currently, without parts availability. Although the one I have has been solid, and I really like it too. It's probably more fun to ride, but of course this one's repairable. There is spare parts availability, so which there will be on the other one given time. But well, this is just wanted to give a little insight on this bike and a little scene of the backdrop here. And I did mention open source firmware on this one, and it is readily available on GitHub. Emma Bruza, I believe, is the name of the person, the developer, that has just really done a nice job on this software. And I know there's a lot of other folks in the community that have had input on that as well. But that's another plus to this motor, is that you can put that firmware on it. I wouldn't say it's for the faint of heart. You have to know what to do, but there's a lot of tutorials out there that are excellent. And with trial and error, you know, eventually you're going to get it installed on there, and it's super rewarding once you get it installed and you can see the difference. It definitely unlocks the bike's true potential, I would say. It wouldn't be a BBS02, I wouldn't say, but it's, in my opinion, it's more fun to ride than that motor. I actually had that motor on this bike previously, and I had open source firmware on that one as well. It was more powerful. It had a smoother thumb throttle, but this motor to me is more fun. Just the way that the power comes on when you start pedaling, it's almost instantaneous. And again, you know, the harder you push, the more it gives you. It's just more fun, more playful, and I don't regret putting this motor on there at all. I would do it all over again. So I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching my review and listening to me ramble on here. Yeah, as I was saying, there is some noise with this motor, but in my opinion, I don't think it's all that bad. You know, it's not silent by any means, but the fun that you have while riding it, in my opinion, makes up for the noise. You know, I say in my opinion a lot. Anyhow, yeah, it's not bad. I just climbed it's a little bit of a grade there and got it on level 2, and it's not bad at all. So, I mean, the BBSO2 motor would definitely be quieter, as well as the TSDZ8, and of course both would have more power. But again, I like this motor as well. I say all of them have their purpose, and this one's going to be a little bit lighter, a little bit less power, but it delivers the power in a more fun and playful way as the TSDZ8 motor that I have. It's just a lot stronger and more powerful. But again, this one currently has a lot of parts availability, and there would be no issue if you needed parts. You could find parts, and of course the motors are very prevalent. You can get them several places here in the United States. Well, obviously ordering them online, but you can get them fairly quickly, and it's been around for a while. Of course, it's the TSDZ2, and now this one's the B variant. I believe this one's got a double clutch or something in it. It's supposed to be more robust, and again, I haven't had any issues with the one that I have here, and I just put another one on a specialized roll as well. I'm going to hopefully be selling that bike just because I want to build another one, but it was a smooth build, and of course it's got open source software on it as well, just like this one. They both are the same, but I was telling you that I put these 700C tires on this bike compared to the 29er knobbies that it came with, and boy, what a smooth, nice ride it is. It's you can't hear anything. Hear the motor every once in a while, and some wind noise obviously, but yeah, it's definitely rides a lot better. And I really like the Schwalbe tires. They're just the compound in them is to me just more comfortable. They seem to be grippy, and they wear really well. So we'll see how many miles I get out of them. I suspect more than I'll probably end up with new tires before I wear these ones out, just because I like to try different stuff. Nice little trail here. Trying this camera out in the shade as well as the sun for the dynamic range, and kind of see how it's going to handle that. So, and this is a Thursday night ride to decompress and relax and look for wildlife. Just thought I'd share a little bit of it. Sometimes you meet other people, actually quite frequently on this trail. It's gaining popularity, but nice spot to come out and enjoy the evening. This is actually the VLDC5 display on this one. Sorry for all the bumps. This particular version of the open source software works with this display, and it works really well. You just have to know, you can print off the manuals and you could see what the codes are for what buttons to push for what you want. But I actually programmed this to hybrid mode, which is power mode and torque assist mode, and you can click a tick box in the software on a computer when you program it, and you can make it start up in hybrid mode so you don't have to find it every time when you get on the bike and want to ride, because there's several modes, including mountain bike mode, e-mountain bike mode. But I think you'll find, if you're the same as me and a lot of others, that hybrid mode is actually the most fun to use, because you've got power and you've got better torque, and it works super well even for mountain biking settings.